A few years ago, we began revising our permitting program for fish hatcheries and rearing facilities in the state of Maine. We had a number of facilities of state, commercial, and federal types of facilities, and there was a need to develop more scientifically based and consistently applied standards for those facilities. And the biological information played a very integral part. At one point, recently passed bond issue for upgrade of state facilities was being debated by a committee, a subcommittee of our legislature, and they were looking at taking that pool of money and spending a significant portion on it, of revising a single facility to bring it up to its standards and to increase production abilities of that facility, and then to use other funds to increase production at a number of their other facilities. At that same time, we received up-to-date biological information from our Division of Environmental Assessment that indicated, based on macroinvertebrate monitoring, the most highly enriched environment that had been observed in 25 years of macroinvertebrate research in the state of Maine. It was located below one of those facilities. And to the credit of that committee, the members of that committee and of our State Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, then diverted those resources, and approximately half of that bond issue was then used to install up-to-date wastewater treatment infrastructure and practices at 4 of their facilities most in need of that, and it still allowed them to use additional resource to put toward their original plans for the money for upgrading the facility, increasing production. But it was a perfect example of how current biological information could be used right then to affect the health of those receiving waters. And we've been adding monitoring requirements onto those facilities with the cooperation of those managers of those facilities since then, to look at improvements in the receiving waters.